Yeah, MediaBox. So you know, in Drupal, you have image handling and stuff in core, right? Which is nice, much better than Drupal 6, but again, for end user, it completely sucks. If you want to have a gallery or something, whatever. Then there is a media model, very popular because it's really the only solution to handle libraries, to have, you know, like a nice browser widget that where users can browse and select images and whatever. But media module, it also kind of stuck in endless dev versions, and it's really hard. At least I tried 3 months ago, maybe, or something, to have a media module with PL upload, multi-upload images, with cropping, with all that stuff, gallery, whatever client wanted. It was really very painful to install it, or constantly stuff was breaking, patches, blah, blah, etc. So right, really, there is still, sadly, no good solution for, you know, easy image handling in Drupal. It's 2013. We should have something really nice out of the box, but we don't have it. Now, guys from yesterday, from France, I think they talk about some Scald module. I don't know, are they here? Probably not. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, right. So it's something similar to media module, I guess, a little different. But again, maybe a little too complex for end user, if they just want a gallery or something, right? Because that Scald thing can handle all kind of stuff, audio, video, Facebook, whatever. Yeah, cool, probably a complex backend. But really, if end user wants just simple gallery, can they have it? Right. Because probably they have a similar problem like a media model, because they are trying to handle everything and to be pluggable, and that really to have a system like that, you need to have a good architecture background, you know, that everything is extendable, working out results, and etc. So, and you know, I don't want each time for each project to explain the client, yeah, okay, you want a simple image gallery, we will need a week or something, sorry for that. So yeah, I was a little upset with that situation. And I had an idea, why not create something similar like media, but which will work for images. But I never done anything about that, because really it's a lot of work, right? To do it. Luckily, I was working with one guy called Eric Vinslov. He's from Slovakia. He had a similar problem, and he was also very upset with media module and how it doesn't work as it should be. So he created something called Xmedia module. It's already on Drupal. It's also on Drupal.org. But he was working with some other guys which were not very good, or whatever, they split, and he decided to fork just that Xmedia and change the title and move forward. And luckily he said to me that, oh, I have Xmedia. Oh, really? Cool, I wanted to have something similar. Let's do it together. So after some month or something, well, not full month, but maybe we released MediaBox 2 months ago, and we started to patch it heavily last month ago, but not the whole month. For some projects we are using it. Yeah, that's the project background. So we will show you end user demo, so you will see how it's very easy just to install one module. With some libraries, of course, you need a PL upload, and what else? And jcrop for cropping, right? But just one module, you install it, enable it, and you have a nice, I hope, image gallery solution out of the box, right? We'll talk a little bit about what we are planning for the futures, and that's it. Yeah, I already discussed everything here except project architecture. So, right, in Drupal 7 we have file entities, right? When you upload a file, Drupal will create a file entity for you. So we extend that, and actually when you are using MediaBox and you upload an image, we have two entities for handling that image. First, in the background, we will create something called MediaBox entity, which is referencing that file entity and have some other metadata, right? And that only happens per one image that you upload on the site. Then you can reuse that now MediaBox entity in other places on your site. So when you want to display some image somewhere, you will create MediaBox display. Now MediaBox display is handling all rendering stuff. Which image style you want to use, how do you want to crop image, etc., etc. Do you want to show only one image or multiple images in a gallery, how you want to rendering and stuff like that. So having two entities, it's a little more complex, of course, but it gives you a lot of flexibility because user only upload one image, and now he can reuse that image on multiple places on site. Not the same image, different cropping, different whatever he wants, right? So that's the basic project architecture. So what we need for MediaBox to work? Not that much. Entity API and a couple of jQuery libraries, PL upload for uploading, jcrop for cropping, and that's it, I guess. Backend functionality already talked. How can we use MediaBox? I will show in the demo. So the last 2 points I will show in the demo. So future activities. I planned to add what you get integration before this session for Drupal Camp Alpe-Adria, but I was busy adding a nice gallery solution out of the box for a new user interface, much better for MediaBox. So this still didn't come, but we are planning to add it very soon. So you will have a full what you get integration with MediaBox model. So user will be able to take images from MediaBox library and add it in the what you get editor. Of course, we need some example model, more documentation, and simple test, but the important thing is that stuff already works very well, although it's still in their version state. Yeah, thanks to the guys who developed this, I guess. Until the main guy, Eric, me and Vladimir, we started for the last month to apply patches to the dev branch also. And now, let's do a quick demo. Any question for now? All right, cool. So here I have a Drupal 7 site with, let me see what. So nothing special for core. Okay, we installed Media also module to evaluate how it works, but yeah, so this is the main part. So we have a MediaBox core module, and then a couple of helper modules. MediaBox crop that is handling cropping, MediaBox library. It's for end user library, so each user can have its own library of MediaBox images, right? Where he uploaded images and can reuse it on the site, and MediaBox user interface, main part for interacting with end user and backend MediaBox images. One thing that we still need to do here, you cannot have all this stuff without the crop currently because it's too heavily binded together. We are planning to refactor it, and so you can have everything else without cropping if you don't need it. But currently, you need to enable it so other code can work. And yeah, that's it, basically. So let me quickly show you how stuff works. So not here, but I think is it the new? So you deleted. Okay, so let's start from the start. Okay, let's say we have a page content type in our Drupal site, and we want to add MediaBox functionality to this page. No, actually, let's create a gallery content type. It will be better. So I will quickly add a new content type called gallery. So we want to enable to our users to use gallery on this site. Gallery. Okay, defaults are okay. Save, oh, cool. So we have title, some body, we can say this is some description of the gallery. And now let's add MediaBox field. We'll call this images. There is only one widget for now, MediaBox selector. You will see shortly how it works. Save. Okay, I already have this. Let's call it gallery images. Cool. And now we are configuring this MediaBox field. So if you remember from the start, I explained that we have two backend entities which we are using for all this. One is MediaBox entity, first one, right? The other one is MediaBox display. It is handling display of your MediaBox file. Now, because they are entities, they are completely fieldable, so you can add additional fields to describe your metadata you need, right? For out of the box, there is title, caption, whatever. If you need some additional field per image that user will upload to do whatever he wants to describe that image, you just add fields in the fields UI, right? And here you will just say which bundles you are using for this field setting, right? I'll just leave defaults. Now you need to tell this MediaBox field what kind of image styles can end user use when he's creating MediaBox displays here. So these are just plain image styles you created on site, and I will just say, let's say user can use large and thumbnail. We will soon see how it works. Here, crop from image style. So this is the image that will be shown to end user when he's doing cropping. And here you will say, for default, use this image style, actually this size of image for end user cropping, right? So he will see image, I don't know, 400 pixel by 300 pixel, whatever current image style is telling it to render it. And this is for default image style showing. When he's viewing this gallery node, this image style will be used for showing that image. Right, so there are a couple of more settings here. This one, you have an image style and you define aspect ratio, right? Wide by height, and here you can say lock aspect ratio, so user cannot crop something in different aspect ratio. If it's 4 by 3, it will stay like that, right? And then a couple of widgets for gathering metadata entities, like image title, description, alternate text, whatever. In simple gallery solution, most of the end users really don't need it. They just want to upload image and it will be shown nicely, and that's it. They most of the time they don't want to add anything else. And it's quickly cluttering the user interface, so let's for a start just disable all this stuff, and I will enable it later to show you. Last one is nice. It will use some new jQuery code to prepare much better end-user interface for your users. So I will leave it enabled. Okay, save field settings. Yeah, that's it. Okay, close. So let's create one gallery now. Content. Okay, title, body, and a new field, gallery images here. So I will just say something like, and let's add a couple of images here. We have test images. Cool. Now I downgrade resolution, so you can see it here. It's a little narrow, but yeah, I can do this. So you get a pop-up when you click on Add Images. You get this pop-up. This user currently logged in. He already uploaded some images. So you have a browse library here where you can select these images. This stuff here is a view, actually. So you can easily change this if you want. This is expose filter username. And this is just a simple view. Currently configure it like this in a grid. So you can select stuff. Now, when I defined field, by default it was cardinality 1, so you can only select one image here, right? So I will just go back now and change that cardinality to unlimited, because that's something we want for the gallery. Not 10, but unlimited. Yeah. And let's try again, but not in this team, but here and then gallery, yeah. So and let's add some images. So now I can select multiple images. This is one stuff that you cannot, for example, do in media model. You always need to select one image, edit, select another image, edit, and go through all this pop-up, and it's really very annoying to end user. So I select 6 images for now. There is a pager. If you want to select all images, if you want to display all images, you just edit this view and say pager unlimited, whatever is in view, and you will show images here and whatever you want. So you have a full power to configure this browser view like ever you want for end user, right? And let's add images. So these are my images. You have a nice thumbnail control up and the crop view here down. Now these thumbnails are draggable, so you can easily rearrange it whatever you want quickly, and you can crop it also easily. Now, if you remember, when I defined this field, I said default crop style large, so you will get this image, like you defined your image style. And for display, I selected thumbnail. Right, so let's try to save this and to see what will happen. So by default, you can see first image is here nicely cropped, like I tell it to do. Another image is here. Now, this is cool, but it's still not a gallery. You would need to do some stuff here, whatever you want, CSS, custom JavaScript to do something, whatever, but you can change display of this gallery image field. We will do that now. So this is just the default gallery image rendering of this display, MediaBox display attached to this gallery. So let's change it now. Manage displays. Gallery image. So by default it's entity display. We will change it to view display. What does this mean? You can use any view you want for rendering your images for this gallery node, right? So you're not bounded to stuff that MediaBox is giving you. No, you just create your view however you want it. You can then easily install Views Slideshow plugin, right? And Colorbox plugin. Configure that use nicely, and you get full gallery solution as ever you want it, right? And yeah, build the view also. So we will create that view now. There's only one thing you need to take care of for this view. So structure views and new view. This view needs to be of the type MediaBox display. So we have two MediaBox entities, MediaBox, which is handling uploaded images, let's say, and MediaBox display, which is handling display of that uploaded images. Yeah, one nice thing is these two stuff are completely separated. If user uploaded some MediaBox image and displayed in some galleries, whatever, like MediaBox display now images, you can delete that MediaBox images, but all that stuff will stay. So images will still be shown to end user because these two stuff are separate completely. So let's create MediaBox display. Yeah, and we'll call it gallery. MediaBox gallery. Why not? It was a little fast forward. One more time. Let me review. Okay. MediaBox display. I don't need a page right now for this. Everything else is good by default. Continue and edit. Now you need to just do two things here. We want to create a view that is displaying all MediaBox images for gallery node, right? And we are currently using MediaBox display entity. So first thing we need to do is create a relation from MediaBox displays inside of this gallery node to backend MediaBox entities. And you can do that very easily because everything is, MediaBox is implementing a couple of handlers to automatically create relations for your views. So we need a bridge to the content entity that is referencing MediaBox display via field gallery image. I think that's the image we are using. Let me just, that's the field we are using. Let me just quickly check. Yes, field gallery image, that's this one. So we use this one, require this relation. And now the only other thing we need to do is add one contextual filter for our current gallery we are viewing. So content, and we will provide default value from URL. Apply. So you can now fully configure the view. The only other thing you need to do is tell this view how to render. For now, we will just add one field, MediaBox display, MediaBox image. This is the field which will render MediaBox display entities inside of this node. So it's similar to image field. You can select formatter, image styles. I will leave this to, I will use default for now, just quickly. And we'll reuse it later. The other ones, create a label. No, apply. What else? I don't need this one. Remove. Let's quickly test it here. So this is node 2. That looks good. Looks good, but what? But I'm still not very happy with it because it's going like this, right? It doesn't look like out of the box gallery thing. So I will change the formatter to MediaBox grid selector. And I will say, yeah, 3 columns, why not, for the start. And now it's in grid, nicely formatted for you, for your end user. It looks good for now, let's save it. Okay, and let's take a look now. Yeah. One more thing, yes, I did create a view, but it's still not working because I need to change the display to view display. Now he's telling me, yeah, okay, you can view, but be sure to define the proper contextual filter and every other stuff we already did, right? So I will just now tell him what view to use in the above gallery, and you can select display. If you have multiple views display inside of that view, we don't have it, you can select it here, master for now. And the last thing, you need to tell this view the argument you are passing. There are 2 of them, but this one is mostly, we'll use this one always. So this is in our case, this is the ID of the gallery node we are currently viewing, okay? So entity ID, update, and I guess save. And that's it, let's try now. Right, some errors, notice, whatever. Okay. Let's pretend this is not here right now, we'll fix it. It's just some stupid notice, but anyway, our stuff is okay. So we have a gallery, title, description, and nicely formatted thumbnails of this gallery. The last thing, time. When we started? 12, okay. Yeah, cool. So, last thing we will do is, yeah, this is cool, but I cannot see here, you know, like a bigger, like a nice color box stuff with all this fancy stuff that user wants, likes actually. So, but no problem really. Or if you're not happy with MediaBox grid formatter, you're free to use slideshow formatter here or any other views plugin that is doing okay for you. But we'll just add a nice color box, no problem. Color box formatter, content image style. I always forget this too. So here I should, I guess, thumbnail here, and here, yeah, large for the color box. And grouping the field in the page gallery, I think it's okay. Apply, save, try again. Okay, here's our color box and working nicely. Cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. So So you see how very easily you can create nice out of the box image handling and gallery handling stuff for your end user. And that's currently, there's a couple more stuff, but maybe a little advanced. For a start, this is good enough for me. Any questions for this part? Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, so this is better. Yeah, but yeah. Right. So when I go to edit here, we only have crop, right? Why we only have crop? Because we said in the manage fields edit, because I disabled all this stuff. I will enable them now, and we'll tell you each one what is it. So, although we don't have what you see, what you get solution right now, we do have tokens support, so you can, with a token, insert MediaBox display image in some other content. Currently, it's hard-coded to body fields, sadly, but we will refactor it, so any field with proper content input formatter will work. That's the first one. Second one, second one will show you user interface for MediaBox stuff. You will see it quickly, and this one will show you for MediaBox display fields. Let me show you to be much clearer. Let's now edit this again, but not in the overlay or, no, sorry. It's a little tight for this resolution, but never mind. So this is the placeholder I was talking about. We will add this image, for example, in the body, just to show you. Did you remove that also? Everything? It's okay. So token here and body, just to easily differentiate this inserted image over token with our end. For this to work, you need to use a filter with image tags enabled, and also one more thing. So full HTML. You need to enable filter for MediaBox filter, so it will do it works with stuff. Yeah. That's one thing. The other thing, yeah. So here it is. Title, alternate text. You can add additional stuff here because these two stuff are entities, right? So nobody is stopping you to add whatever fields you need here to describe your MediaBox display. If you want to give users opportunity also to change crop image style and default display image style, you can allow them also to do it here. So let's say this will not work now because we are overriding stuff with view, but for default MediaBox display it will work. Yeah, that's the user interface. Any other questions? Minimum. Not right now. We don't have that. You can. No, we can add it, but no. Write a patch. Any other question? Oh yeah. If you want to try this, maybe. Who knows? So we are doing a lot of stuff, as you can see here, but for some reason, build script for this project is broken. So the last build is from the beginning of March, very old one. So please just use git clone, and I will try somehow to tell somebody to fix this in Drupal issue, whatever, wherever. Yeah, actually there is a text here and the issue. So if you're maybe happy with this module, and just write them a note here and complain, can you fix this please? Yeah. Yeah. So my question for you guys is, what do you think about? Oh, what? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what do you think about this stuff? Is it nice, not nice? Nice? Or maybe we'll try to test it. Please, if you found something, write an issue to us. I'm personally very happy with this stuff, and I will reuse it in all our projects where this stuff is needed. So, and Eric also is using it in all his projects. So we'll pretty much continue to develop this stuff and add stuff we need. First, next big thing is what you get integration. After that, we will see. We have already a big issue list of the stuff we are planning. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Any other question? No. Yeah. So this media and Scald stuff, they're very complex and they're pluggable, and they're handling not just images but everything. Scald probably everything, media trying everything. I don't know how. I'm not sure. For first version. Yeah. I guess the main problem for the media 2.x branch is nobody's doing anything anymore because nobody's paying guys to do it, and because they're also want to hand everything out of the box, it's painful. For the branch 1.x, I would be happy just to make this stable and fix every other issue, so we have finally something that's easy installable and out of the box works for stupid images and colors in Drupal, right? After that, for 2.x branch, let's see. Maybe other entities, assets, media assets we will support, maybe not, I don't know. Drush plugin? Yeah, because there is a couple of dependencies, PL upload, jcrop, I always forget to install it, and it's very boring to download. We'll add a nice drush command, so you just type drush something, and it will pull all dependencies for you in the Sitewell libraries, whatever. Yeah. Any other stuff, questions? So overall, you think this is nice? Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your time, and yeah, have a nice next session, and stay in Ljubljana. Yeah.